Hey Houseguest, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our Houseguest of the day. I said your name wrong the first time and you corrected it, and I was so thankful that you did, and then I forgot what it was. But I want to say it's Ifa Ajiri? Wait, Ify? I'm so sorry. It's a beautiful name and I'm an idiot, but thank you so much for your support. If you want to correct me again, that'd be awesome, and I will write it down this time and try to suck less. But thank you so much for your support. You're awesome, and if you guys want me to mess up your name, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so let's talk about what's going on in the house. Kevin and Jason were having a game chat during their workout yesterday. You know, they like to walk the yard and then pump some iron. So Kevin is still pushing for a final four with the two of them, Alex and Paul. Even though he and Alex cannot stand each other anymore, he still wants to stick with this crew. So Kevin promises, like, look, if I win HOH, I'm putting up Matt and Raven. And Jason's like, yeah, that's what everybody's doing. No, neither of these two realize that Paul wants to take out Jason next. Oh, snap. So Kevin's like, we deserve the money after watching these people play grab ass all summer. There must be a lot to deal with. But anyway, Josh did a little monologue in the Apple Lounge. He's feeling really good about being locked in with Paul and Christmas right now. He's feeling pretty comfortable. He wants to go to the final three with them. But why would anyone want to include Paul in their final three? It just makes no sense to me. I don't care if you're friends with him. No. Why are you going to bring him to the final three? He's definitely going to win against everyone. So he says that he's playing a strategic social game. And then he says, and if you ask me, I'm doing a great job at it. I will admit, I did not expect Josh to make it anywhere near this far, you know, considering his start this season. But he did, I guess, what he had to do. I'm not a big fan of his gameplay, but it worked for him, so, you know, it is what it is. But he's saying that Jason and Alex have to go next because they are the biggest threats to him and his group, and he's hoping that Matt or Raven will win the next HOH and do their dirty work for them. He doesn't want it to be him or Paul doing this. He wants Matt or Raven to do it, and then they'll be able to still play in the next HOH, and they'll still, they think, be able to pull Alex into their group. After you vote Jason out? I don't know about that. So then the feeds switch to Paul and Christmas chatting in the backyard, and Christmas is kind of echoing what Josh just said. She also wants Matt and Raven to win this next HOH. So she tells Paul that she told them, like, yeah, you guys need to step up and win this. And they responded by going through scenarios of what would happen, scenarios, if Jason or Alex win the next HOH. You know, how bad would it be? So Matt was saying that they would push for Kevin to be the target and it wouldn't be the end of the world. And this really pisses Christmas off because she wants these two to freaking go balls to the wall, win this competition, and here they are planning to lose it, basically. You know, they're setting up that safety net. So Christmas is like, what the hell? I don't want them to feel like they can lose this HOH and be okay. They can't be this comfortable. It's not alright. So Paul is saying, well, if Jason and Alex win the HOH and take out Matt or Raven, we should get rid of Alex after that. So that's interesting because before, Paul was saying Jason would be the first target out of Jason and Alex. But now he's saying in this particular situation, if Matt or Raven were to go first, he would then want Alex to go. I'm not really sure why he's thinking this. I don't know. Something about Jason going crazy after Alex leaves, but I don't know why that's a conditional thing where it's only if Matt or Raven go first. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. I would love to read your explanation. Alright, so then while they were having this conversation, Big Brother called for an emergency indoor lockdown. This wasn't the usual, like, house guests, this is a lockdown, please close the door and go, you know, go inside and close the door. No. They had sirens going and everything. It was like, burp, burp, burp. The feeds were in and out. Paul is freaking yelling for everyone to go inside. I guess he was worried that, like, there was going to be some sort of skywriting or something that was like, Paul sucks, vote him out. I don't know. But he was getting everybody inside. There was some skywriting. A lot of people were saying it said vote, but I don't know if it had anything to do with this or if it was something else. Also, there may have been a megaphone incident yesterday. It's kind of unclear what was happening because they did get to go back outside not long after, and then Big Brother sent them back inside again. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But the house guests were kind of freaking out because I think Zingbot made some sort of political jokes the other day, and they were like, whoa, is the president getting impeached? Like, what's going on? Are we at war? Was there some sort of attack? So they don't know what's going on. They were a little bit freaked out yesterday with that freaking emergency lockdown. But anyway, while they were inside, Christmas and Josh were talking up in the HOH room. That's gotta be really freaky, by the way. Ugh. So Josh is really paranoid that Kevin is onto his game. What? What are you talking about? Josh has been saying this multiple times. He is kind of freaked out by Kevin. You know what it is? I think because Josh has been hiding from people that he's actually a fan of the show, he is seeing that Kevin, well, he's suspecting that Kevin is also a fan of the show and lying about how much he knows. So he thinks that Kevin is seeing this in him. I don't know. So they're both worried that Alex and Jason may go for a temptation apple next week and mess things up if Matt or Raven win HOH. So they're like, we gotta make sure that Jason and Alex feel super comfortable if Matt or Raven win HOH so that they don't do that and mess things up. Just have Paul tell them not to do it, and I'm sure they won't. So Josh is like, yeah, it's all good. We just have to keep playing both sides. So then Christmas is like, don't say stuff like that again. She says they're gaming their social positions. What the F? Josh is like, we're alone, it's fine, like America loves that. And Christmas looks at the camera and says, well, now it's in America's ear. Does she think we don't see what's happening here? We know you're playing both sides. We don't give a shit, whatever. It's funny though that it's okay for them to play both sides, but how many times did they call Mark out for flip-flopping? Alright, so then they're still talking, and Christmas finally admits to Josh that she was one of the hinky votes against Ramses when Cody left the first time. And Josh was like, I knew it. Everyone did. He says he saw it in her face, and he thinks it was really smart because it caused so much paranoia and it blew up the whole house. They got Dominique out because of that. This is really crazy. Alright, so at this point, I think Josh and Paul are the only ones that Christmas has confirmed this to. Okay, so then Paul, Josh, and Alex were in the Apple Lounge, and Paul lets Alex know that he's been pushing Kevin as the target to Matt and Raven, just in the off chance that they win the next HOH competition. Nope. He's pushing Jason as the next target. But anyway, oops, sorry. He says that he doesn't think Matt and Raven, if they win, are going to try to cause waves. They don't have the balls to make a big move, and they'll probably just go after Kevin. And Alex is like, okay, sounds good. So then they talk about how they're all so annoyed with Kevin, and Alex really wants to start picking at him. She wants somebody to confront him about voting out Jillian, and Paul's like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's get him to wig out. And Josh is like, whoa, guys. If Kevin starts wigging out, I'm going to start wigging out. So if you're okay with me doing that, fine, but just know that I'm going to be going crazy if he's going crazy. So Paul and Alex are saying, like, yeah, let's make Kevin crack. Don't tell me they're all going to freaking stand there and attack one person again. So later, Raven and Matt are game chatting in the HOH room, and Raven comes in and she's like, I'm pretty sure that Mark was campaigning to Josh earlier. How dare he? He's on the block. Should he just freaking sit there and die? But anyway, I don't think he was even campaigning at that point. But Matt says it doesn't matter. He's not worried. Have these two ever actually been worried at any point in this game? Maybe like if they ran out of cereal or like the storage room was closed. I don't know. But Matt is saying if they want to go ahead and draw the line, then I guess go ahead. Have at it. So Matt says they're at the point where they just have to win. One of the five of us has to win. You know, when he says one of us has to win, it makes it sound like it's him or Raven, but he really does mean one of the five, aka not us. So he says if one of the five of us win, we'll make it to Final Five. I can't. Okay, so then Paul joins them after a little bit, and this is where it gets a little freaky. So Paul's like, if it's down to the three of us for HOH, I'll throw it to you guys. That's totally fine. I would love for you to win HOH, and get some blood on your hands. Go for it. Go crazy. So Matt is like, well, my only concern is if Alex or Jason win HOH, they're probably going to target me or you, Paul. You think they're going to target Paul? Are you shitting me? Come on. So Paul's playing along. He's like, oh yeah, they might. But then Matt says, if I was anyone in this game, it just sounded funny. If I was anyone in this game, my mindset would be that you're the only vet and I'm going to have to beat you to win this game. So Paul's like, wait, what do you mean by that? So basically Matt is saying if he was anyone but himself, he would consider Paul a huge threat in the end of this game and he would have to get rid of him. So Paul's like, what? I think everybody would beat me in the end. And Matt says, well, I hope you're right because I don't want anyone to take a shot at you. I want to hit myself in the face with this book right now. So then Matt says, I honestly think the two of you, meaning Paul and Raven, are the best players in this game. And Raven says, Paul and I have pulled a lot of strings. Like Matt's wiener. So then Matt says, you guys have basically orchestrated everything. Paul? Absolutely. He has orchestrated everything. Raven? No. I don't get where that comes from. But Matt and Raven leave the room, and then Paul goes, man, shut the F up. Seems like that's one of the new phrases this season. So then Paul tells Christmas about his conversation with Matt and Raven, and he's like, yeah, they kind of just said something weird to me. He says, Matt was saying if Alex or Jason win, that they might target me or him, because I'll be tough to beat in the final two. And Christmas is like, please don't take this the wrong way, but Matt and Raven would be really easy to beat compared to you. Duh! So she says Matt's not entirely wrong there, so we need to protect you. Why? Why are you protecting him? He has the best chance to win. Cut him loose. What are you doing? So then Paul is like, well, has Alex been hinting about that? You know, has she been throwing my name out there and saying that I need to go? And Christmas is like, not to me. So then Paul is wondering if Maven and Jalix have been talking to each other and like comparing notes and realizing that he, Christmas, and Josh are all playing the middle right now. So Paul's like, do you trust Matt and Raven? You know, did we jump to the wrong side? Should we have picked Alex and Jason? Like, what do you think? And Christmas is like, I don't know. She thinks that Jason and Alex are the stronger duo, and for that reason, they gotta go, you know? Even if they can't fully trust Matt and Raven, the stronger duo has to go. But she feels pretty good about Matt and Raven still. So then Paul is like, well, maybe I should gun it for this HOH and not throw it to Matt and Raven because I don't know if I can trust them. Alright, so then Alex and Jason were whispering in the money bedroom, and Alex is like, Kevin is trying to get me out right now. No. Kevin has been saying that they need to stick together even though he can't stand Alex. So she says we should strangle him while he's sleeping. What is wrong with you? Like, obviously she's joking, but okay, so then they're talking about this week, and Alex says, while she'd love to take Mac, that's a combination of Matt and Mark. While she'd love to take Matt out, Mark has to go this week because he's too dangerous to keep. So then she's going through her eviction order. Mark, then Matt next week, then Kevin, and then Raven. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So then Alex says that she wants to go to the final three with Jason and Paul because they're the only ones who deserve to win. And she wants them to stick with their deal with Paul, even though she just told Jason that Paul has the freaking jury stacked. Again, why would you want to go to the end with Paul? It just makes no sense. So Jason brings up, like, they had a deal with Kevin too. And Alex is like, no, Kevin broke the deal with us first and Paul hasn't effed us. I don't know what she's referring to here when she says that Kevin broke the deal with them, because maybe I'm just having like selective memory loss or something, but I don't remember Kevin breaking any deals with them. Leave it in the comments if you know what she's talking about. So I don't know if she's just saying that Kevin is throwing them under the bus or what, but I don't think so. So then Alex is still under the impression that Paul is not going to screw them over because his brand is like friendship. He's going to screw you over. So Alex is telling Jason what she was saying earlier to Paul and Josh. She wants to make Kevin crack And she says, we're not going to let this old man win $500,000. Wow. Okay, so then after that, Paul was chatting with Alex in the backyard, and he confirms with her that her pecking order is Mark this week, then Matt, Kevin, Raven, and Christmas. So he's playing along, but we know that that is not what Paul wants to go down. So he keeps pushing their AMF alliance, and he's like, nobody knows about it, which is true. But he's trying to tell her, you know, subliminally tell her, stick with me. And he's also saying, you know, if he gets to the end, it's going to be hard for him to win because he's a vet. Cody's on the jury. Let me break out my freaking violin while he's saying this. Now, he's trying to make it look like he will lose in the final two. And he's also now trying to say that if Alex took Jason to the end, that Jason would beat her because of his baby news, and everybody's going to be like, oh, he's got a son, and he's having another kid, and we're going to give him the money. So he's trying to put that in her mind, too, so that if they do end up in the final three, she will pick Paul over Jason. Wouldn't that be freaking nuts? That would be messed up. If it was up to Alex and she chose Paul over Jason. Wow. So Paul reports this conversation back to Christmas. Not the AMF stuff, but they discuss, after that, they discuss why one of them, or Josh, will win America's Favorite Player. Oh God, no, please no. But they're like, oh my God, this is so great. Each of us is going to walk away with money because one's going to win first, one's going to win second, and one is going to win America's Favorite Player. Alright, so then today, Christmas left the house for a few hours. She got her cast off. She got her pins out of her feet, or her foot, sorry, and she's got a new walking boot now. But she's still on the crutches. She's got 2 more weeks until she can actually walk on it. So the boot is exciting for her because she can take it off and like shave her leg and, you know, just like air it out every once in a while, I guess. So she's pretty excited about that. And other than that, the Houseguest got the Snapchat glasses, but it's been a pretty nothing day so far. So I don't know, Mark has been laying really low. We've only got 2 days left until the eviction. It's going to be interesting to see if he's going to try to campaign or not. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.